Capricorn, it's Aria here. Welcome to the Intuit Cafe. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is your reading for the second half of December. The year is almost over, and I'm kind of taking a look at the energies for you between now, the 15th of December, through the end of the month. But a lot of these things might be, what we see in the reading might actually, the foundations are being laid right now. You might see them take place a little farther down the line, or some of you, the foundations have already been laid and you'll actually see some of these things happen. As always, though, you are your highest guide, and you're the intuitor here. So if there's something in this reading that resonates, that's great, and accept that. And then if there's not, then you can leave it and maybe check out Sun, Moon, and Rising. Check out some other signs, maybe cross watch for you and another person if this is about a love reading, which it does look like it is from what I've got in front of me right now. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So the cards I have right here, this is from my little Lenormand deck that I just love to use for kind of setting a scene. And then we're going to get into some tarot cards. And we are dealing with Capricorn for the month, or for the last half of the month. And what we have is very interesting. The center card of this little spread is really kind of the focus of all of it. And it is about lilies, which is, it can be about your career. So for some of you, this is going to be career oriented. But the lilies also talk about kind of longevity and things that really have taken a long time to really grow and to develop and to build up and to flesh out and to become. And then whatever they become is very positive. The lilies is an incredibly positive card. The key is also a positive card. It talks about a breakthrough. The heart is what I would call a neutral card because, you know, it's being affected by all the other cards around it. So it's definitely looking like a love situation here. This is going to be a love reading for many of you. In some cases, it will be, you know, something about your career that you love. So it can be something else that you love other than a person. But we do have a couple of cards here that talk about some big changes. And the scythe is about things that happen very suddenly and very quickly. So I do feel like for some of you, especially if you're single, you can expect to see a very sudden change in your love life, but it has been something that's really kind of been growing and developing, and it's been building to take place for a long time. The key is talking about a breakthrough, and the coffin talks about an ending. And so I feel like there's an ending here, and it could be that in some cases, and it's also very sudden because these cards mirror each other. In some cases for you, some of you may have a relationship that is ending, but that is the breakthrough. There's a breakthrough in the ending here. And for some of you, it could be that there is something that is ending in order. Well, actually, I think in any case, it's going to be something that's ending in order for this love to truly come through that you've been, you know, that has been developing for a long time. So something is going to end. It's going to be very sudden, very unexpected. And so very interesting to see how this all unfolds. I'm going to move these cards down a little bit, and we're going to pull some cards from this, some tarot cards to kind of give a better, bigger picture here of what's happening on. So Spirit, give me some cards for greater insights for Capricorn. And while I'm pulling these cards, I just want to say a few things about this channel. As you can see, it's a new channel, but I have been reading cards for a very long time. I've had another YouTube channel in the past as well that was quite successful, but I wanted to just kind of branch out, get started on a new, kind of in a new direction for my card reading. I've read professionally. I've studied for years. I've been adding the Lenormand as a new intuitive tool. And I do offer individual private readings, and also just would love to have you interact here on the channel. So if you have any further questions and you would like to know maybe some specific, you know, clarification or looking into some part of this reading, post your question below. I'll pull some cards, I'll respond, and that'll be a really fun way for us to interact. So let's get started here. We have the Emperor right out of the gate, and 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Somebody's been waiting for something for a while, and they've been waiting for something to change. And that is, so this is kind of like this standing around, this waiting, but the Emperor is somebody who can just up and make a sudden move, and he can be the one who, there's like a sudden change because of this Emperor here. We have the Death card, transformation, guys. There's a reflection right there. That's what the coffin means there. And we have the King of Wands. So we have a lot of really strong masculine energy here going on. King of Swords. Maybe some of you are going to have a choice in the Moon. So we have things that are hidden. Something is hidden from view right now. So I'm going to try to just make sense here of all these emperors and of all the kings. Let me actually just ask a couple more questions. I would like some more information about what's going on with these kings and why are we seeing so many of the kings come up. So there's love. I do think that some of you are going to have some choices, and maybe that's you know, something that's been a long time developing. There's a breakthrough with this because you have choices in love. You need to make a choice between some different people here. We have the Death card between two different kings, and secrets. Secrets may be revealed in this this time here, but it's definitely going to be about love for most of you. We have the Ace of Cups in the middle. It looks like there will be a really good outcome overall, but I feel like that in a lot of cases for many of you this is going to be a tough time. We have the Devil come up, so the Devil being, you know, Capricorn. I feel like this is just another it is your own sign, so we have, you know, this is you right now, and you're right. I just ended up laying you down in the center of the spread, so that's interesting. I feel like this is, you know, this could be the other person that you're going to be watching from a distance, and it's going to be them that are making the decision. And in, you know, regardless of how, whether it's you or it's them, the other person, I feel like there's going to be a very sudden something coming through about love. And I would say breakthrough, because we have the key, and we have the key really does talk about, it can be like the opposite of the moon. So the moon is the secrets, it's things that are hidden, but the key unlocks that, and it opens things up, and the transformation, complete transformation occurs. I feel like in some cases it could be that this king is the same person, the King of Wands and the King of Swords, and in that case we're going to see somebody who is very passionate and who's also communicative. And that could be transformation, because it could be that this person has been holding back. I feel like somebody has been waiting here for a very long time for things to change, but they also, in that sense of waiting, they've come to a space of calm, contentedness, and assurance. Look, we got Capricorn all over this, with the earth signs all over it, with the pentacles. But this is really, I think, embodying you and how you are feeling right now. You've gone through the waiting can be really frustrating, and you're wanting change. But I think you've come through that, you know, feeling like in the very best kind of energy, the best space you could possibly be, and truly embodying all of the elements of and the nature of who you are as a Capricorn. And then that helps you come into a state and a place of being where this unconditional love and, you know, can really come to you, because you've really been centered and grounded and focused. And I think the Emperor here is representing you and coming into maybe even as a place of self, you know, conquering yourself. The Emperor is about conquering things, and I don't really like to use the word conquering for you know, about yourself, because I think it's more integrating, but it is somebody who actually does you know, it's a very action-oriented card. And so you are moving away from the waiting and then just a state of being, and you're wanting that change. And I do feel like there probably is some kind of action to take. It could be that you're the one that takes some kind of sudden action in regard to love. And if there has been something that, you know, you've kind of had on your mind, like, is there an action I should take? Then it does feel like the energies right now are really in harmony for an action, you know, for you to take action in some way. The King of Wands, the King of Swords is going to be passion, there's communication, it is totally transformative. And I do want to just draw another card or two about the moon here, about what are these secrets, what is the depths here. I feel like, you know, with the Scorpio energy and the Cancerian energy of the moon, you could be dealing with a water sign. And that is just crazy. I just had two cards fall out here, and I have Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So we have the King and the Queen of Swords here, and the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands, who are, you know, fire and water. Like, in some ways people talk about fire and water, like, you know, fire can put water, or water can put fire out, or, you know, they don't really go together. But I think that they often can be a really incredibly passionate mixture, because you have the emotional side here and you have the passionate side here. But I definitely feel a very strong thing here about a love connection and a love relationship, and you're really going to be exploring the depths of that. And I think that is going to be the sudden change and that big transformation. The breakthrough here is transformational. We have that just doubling up there with the death sign and the coffin here in the spread as well. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed the reading. If you have any questions or comments, I'd be happy to interact with you in the comments below. And do stop by again, like and subscribe to my channel so that you're able to see when new videos get posted.